Hello, this is the first video in a how to make a grow a garden game on Roblox. In this one, we will be making a plot system, which will give the player a plot when they join the game and make it available again when they leave. Alright, let's start. So first we need to make a plot. I'm going to make something simple. Now if you want that stud material, you can use this resurface plugin. I'll have it in the description. And you can do all faces selection and it will add it. Well, if you select these, you group it as a folder. Then you can name this folder plant part or plant area. Now you can add decorations and things like, I don't know, fences or other things. Now we have this, we're going to Control G to group it as a model, or right click. I'm going to call it plot 1, or whatever you'd like to call it. And you're going to group this as a folder, and name this plots. With this plot, we're going to add a part. You can put this wherever you'd like. It doesn't really matter where it is exactly. With all these parts, you're going to want to anchor them. And then with this one, you want to turn off can collide. Turn off all these. You're going to want to name it teleport part. And now this is in your plot. I'm going to make it transparent, so I can just change transparency to 1. I'm going to add sign. So I'm going to copy one of these. But I'm going to scale it down. And I'm going to take it out of the plant area folder. I'm going to name it sign. I'm going to remove the studs from this one just because I don't want that, and do smooth plastic and change the color. That looks really bad. Then name this post, and then I'm going to group this as a sign, and I'm just going to call it owner sign. And then on this sign part, you add surface GUI. And then if this isn't the front face, you just have to change this to a different face. I like to add a frame, and I'm gonna set the anchor point 0.5, 0.5. This is something I do. Position 0.5, 0.5. Size 1, 1. And background transparency is going to be 1. I'm going to add a text label, do the same thing. And I'm going to name this label, just because I'm going to do different font. And I'm going to set the text to say empty and then turn on text scaled. We can start scripting. You can duplicate this if you would like, this font, and move another one. You're going to go into replicated storage. You're going to click add a folder. You're going to name this modules. Then you're going to add a module script into there and name this plot handler, capital P, capital H. Then change this name in here to the same thing. And return it as well. Now we're going to do function plot handler dot assign plot player. First we need to go up here. We need to go plot handler dot available plots game dot workspace dot plots. Going to get children. So game dot workspace is this workspace. Plots is this folder. And getting the children is getting all the plots that are inside of it. We're going to go local player plot equals plot handler dot available plots, and then in square brackets we're going to put math dot random 1 number of plot handler dot available plots. Now table dot remove plot handler dot available plots, and then to find the position we're going to do table dot find plot handler dot available plots, and we want to find player plot. This will just take it out of the table so that we aren't getting two players with the same plot. Oh, I forgot something. So in the plots, we're going to search for an object value. We're going to put that in there. We're going to name it owner. And we're not going to set the value. You don't have to do this. You don't actually have to, because we can do it in the script, which is what we're going to do now. So we're going to go local owner value equals player plot. One find first child owner. Make sure it's all case sensitive, so make sure it's the right capitalization. Or instance.new object value owner value dot name equals owner value dot parent equals player plot, and owner value dot value equals player. We're going to make another function up here. It's going to be a local function. Update plot UI plot text. So this is just, we're going to give it the plot, and we can use that, and we're going to give it text to set. So we're going to go local owner sign equals plot, find first child owner sign, which is just the name right here. Go local owner label equals owner sign dot sign. Then we can look in here and go dot surface GUI dot frame dot label owner label dot text equals text, and that's it. So now we go update plot UI player plot, because we want to give it the plot that we're updating the UI for, and then we give it the text, which in this case will be the player's display name. So you do player dot display name, and we're going to add another function, and it's going to be the teleport function to teleport them to their plot. We're going to add another space function plot handover dot teleport to plot player. Now we're going to need another function for this one, and this one's going to be very useful. We're going to go function plot handover dot get plot player. We're going to go for underscore comma plot in pairs game dot workspace dot plots do local owner value equals plot go and find first child owner. Then we say owner value, and owner value dot value equals player. Then return plot, and this is just going to give us the plot if it belongs to the player. Local character equals player dot character. Local plot equals plot handover dot get plot player. If character and plot, then character colon move to plot colon find first child teleport part dot position plus vector 3 dot new 0 character colon, that will be the teleport function. So now we go if player, no, we're not even going to do that. We're just going to go plot handler dot teleport to plot player function plot handler dot unassign plot player. So this is like for when the player leaves. Well, plot equals get plot handler dot get plot player. If plot, then plot colon find first child owner dot value equals new. Plot handler or table dot add or insert plot handler dot available plots. That's the table. And then we go plot. So now it's available again. So now a new player can get it. Actually, another thing we're going to do is update plot UI plot we're gonna do empty. Also, these single quotes can be replaced with double quotes. I'm just doing single quotes. We're going to go into server script service and add a normal script. I'm just gonna name this player setup. I'm gonna go vocal players with a capital P. You can name these whatever. I'm just naming them what I normally do. So we're getting the player service. Then we go vocal rs. Actually, I'll do replicated storage. Storage equals game service replicated storage. Local modules equals replicated storage.modules. That's this folder. And then we go local plot handler equals require. Now the require part is very important. Module scripts don't run until you require them, and you can access the functions from anywhere because they're stored inside of this table right here. That's why these functions, plot handler.getPlot, are stored in here, so we can access them from other scripts. Require modules.plot handler. There you go. Players.player added. Go and connect function player. So whenever a player joins the game, they're added to the game. This is connecting this function, and this is the player that joined. Then we go plot handler dot assign plot player, not players, player. And now let's just save real quick. We're going to play it. And look at that, we've got an error. Oh, yeah, I messed up there. I needed to do get children, because this is the actual folder, but we need to get all the things inside of the folder and go through those at the for loop. So now, it would work, but it did not teleport me. Look in the plots, owner, oh, there I am. I own plot 1. So, now why didn't I get teleported? I know why, it's because my character wasn't loaded yet. Let's wait for, like, 3 seconds, just for testing. There we go. And it picks them at random, so it's not always in order, which makes it look a bit better sometimes, in my opinion. Now, instead of waiting for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this line right here that teleports you when you get the plot. And I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to add player.character added, go and connect function character. So this is whenever the character gets added. So if the player dies and respawns, this will happen. So now I do plot handler dot teleport to plot player every time the player's character gets added. So now I spawn here every time, including if I die, I'll spawn at my plot. Now you can obviously not do this if you don't like that, but we'll still use this function for a button. Let's just make a quick button to teleport us. I'm going to go into start a GUI and add a screen GUI. I'm just going to call this main, or no, I'm going to call this top bar, which is going to have our top buttons. Add a frame, and I'm going to change the anchor point like I always do. Actually, I'm going to do 0.50. That way I can just go and put it at, let's do 0.5 comes 0.1 for the size. That looks good. 0.5 comes 0 for the position. And I'm going to change the background transfer and say to be 1. Main. Now, I'm going to add a text button. I'm just going to put this one in the middle. I'm going to put it at that size. I'm going to call this teleport to plot. And down here in the text settings, I'm going to do text scaled. I'm going to change text to teleport to plot. Add a UI stroke. And I'm going to change it to border. And I'm going to add a UI corner. And I'm going to put this at like 0.2. This is depending on the style you're going for. And actually I'm going to move this down a little. 0.01. There we go. I'm using scale because that makes it not messed up on different screens. Like in the actual like size is a little, but that's because I haven't used this amazing plugin yet, which is called Auto Scale Light, and you can convert it to scale. You can even add constraints so that it stays the same size. So now, same aspect ratio. So now if I scale it down, it looks a lot better. I'm going to add a gradient just for fun. Now I'm just going to add a vocal script in here, and it's not where it's supposed to be. Now I'm going to name it UI handler. I'm going to go local replicated storage equals game. We get service replicated storage. Local modules equals replicated storage modules. Local plot handler equals require modules plot handler. Local player equals game get service players. Local player local teleport button equals script parent main teleport plot button mouse button one click, so whenever somebody clicks it with the left click, I'm going to connect a function, and in this function I'm just going to go plot handler teleport to plot player. So now I click this button, I get teleported to my plot. Oh, and for these top bar kind of things, if you want it to be all the way up there, you have to turn on ignore GUI inset on this, and then it stays up there. Teleport to plot. Also, it shows the username here, and the rest are empty. Now, one last thing. In player setup, we're gonna go player removing. I'm gonna connect a function with the player, and I'm gonna go plot handler dot unassigned plot player, just so that it's available again for other people to get. We can add more plots, of course. All work just fine. You can build out the map however you like, and it randomly chooses one for you to be at. And when you leave, it would put it back into it would empty the plot. We're going to work on actually placing plants and potentially plant growing in the next episode, but most likely it's placing and then probably some other things. Alright, thank you for watching, and yeah, look out for part 2.